Hey everybody, welcome back. Forgive me if I'm kind of sweaty. I'm sitting outside. They're watching TV inside, so I can't do it. Um, so I'm outside. It's kind of warm, summer in Florida. But we're going to be talking from Proverbs chapter 1. We're just going to be talking a little bit to give you something to think about. I see people all the time who are messing up their lives because of the people they're hanging around. This is high school kids, middle school kids. I work at a college. I see it all the time. College kids. I'm sure this happens a lot with adults too, but I'm just talking to um, people who are college age and below. But you got to watch who you hang with, man. I was at the barbershop not too long ago, and the guys were talking about how they creatively cheat on their wives, and these are adults. And me and this other guy, we both said we've never cheated on our wives. And everybody in the barbershop was laughing. You lying, you lying, you cheat on your wife. Everybody cheats on their wife. Ha 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 ha. And he and I looked at each other like these guys are crazy. And then they were talking about, yeah, we going to Miami on a guys trip. We gonna get a hotel room. We gonna make it rain on these hoes and blah blah blah. I can't hang with these dudes. I refuse to associate. I'll go to the same barbershop as you, but I'm not going on a guy's trip with y'all, and I'm not hanging out with y'all because y'all dirty, and I don't want to get myself tied up in no foolishness like that. So even at 53 years old, I still got to look out for stuff like that. But you got to watch who you hang with. So let me read these verses about that. Proverbs chapter 1, starting at verse 10. My son, if sinful men entice you, do not give in to them. If they say, come along with us, let's lie in wait for innocent blood. Let's ambush some harmless soul. So let's mug somebody. Let's rob somebody. Let's swallow them alive like the grave and whole like those who go down to the pit. We will get all sorts of valuable things and fill our houses with plunder. So let's do some robbery, right? So cast in your lot with us. Come on with us. Partner up with us. Verse 14 says, we will all share one loot. So we're going to all split this cash. Verse 15, my son, do not go along with them. Do not set foot on their paths, for their feet rush into evil. They are swift to shed blood. How useless to spread a net where every bird can see it. These men lie in wait, check this out, for their own blood. That's verse 18. These men lie in wait for their own blood. They're screwing up their own life, but they don't know it, right? And so, what I want to talk to you about is just you got to watch who you hang with. I know a girl uh, and her whole family. And I remember when she got pregnant and we talked to her. She came to me before she came to her dad. And I asked her about it, and she said they were calling me lesbian at school, and all my friends were saying that I was a lesbian because I didn't want to have sex, and they all had sex before. And I was afraid of sex, and I didn't want sex because I was a lesbian. So I went ahead and I slept with the dude, and that's how I got pregnant. Because you listening to fools, you do foolish stuff. Uh, I know another dude. He's in prison as we speak. He was a regular dude trying to get his schoolwork. Dudes were telling him he was green and he didn't want to ride with them because he was a punk and he was scared. So he got in the car with some people he shouldn't have been hanging with. He didn't know what they were going to do that night, but he did know what kind of people they were. So they ended up robbing a subway, shooting somebody. They all went to prison. I asked him about it. He said, I didn't know what they were going to do. I said, you didn't know what they were going to do, but you did know what kind of people they were. And if you know what kind of people they were, why are you even around them dudes? Then I know people who've gotten kicked out of college, the college I teach, at which I teach, because of getting in fights, because they were around the wrong dude, and then they got in a fight. I have seen so many young people wreck their lives. I mean, I could give you story after story after story of young people wrecking their lives. I know a dude who is blown out right now because he smoked some weed. And back in my day, they used to call it Sherman. They used to call it Sherman a joint, or they used to call it Sherm when you smoke a joint that's dipped in formaldehyde or some other wicked chemical. When you smoke it, they call that a sherm, or they call that drug sherm. But anyway, it doesn't really matter. I don't know why I'm getting into that. This dude smoked a joint that was dipped in something, PCP or something. He has not. That was when I was in high school. You could go back to my uh, hometown of Ann Arbor, Michigan. You could go back today, and you could find dude in the street talking to himself because he never came back from that trip, just because he was trying to fit in with some other people. I'm not going to tell you any more examples because this video is already 5 minutes and 35 seconds long. I'm going to end this, but I'm telling you, if you don't get some backbone and you don't learn how to have enough self-confidence in yourself to choose to say no to foolishness, and to say I'm busy when people that's dumb call you, or to not even answer the phone at all. If you don't learn how to separate yourself from fools, you will ruin your life. Guarantee it. So think about that, and think about who you hanging with, right? So anyway, that's what that is. And I gotta go, and I'll see you next time.